Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. It is Sunday. I just got up from a nap because I was kind of tired. It's been a pretty busy week. And anyway, today didn't start off too well. My wife went outside to feed the cows and our calf was not standing up. And that's not a good sign. So I was in a rush. My daughter had a fever, so my wife was going to stay home with the kids. But I thought that I had a lesson today, forgetting that it was actually not Elders Quorum today. So I went to church for nothing. Well, not for not for nothing, but I wanted to be able to stay home and take care of the calf. But we had one of our friends here in town come and give her a couple shots, and we paid him for it. We eventually need to get all this stuff ourselves, because per shot it's not that expensive. She gave or he gave her 5 shots. One was, if I remember these names right, one was Benamine, which was kind of like a painkiller. And then he gave her vitamin B. And then there was an antibiotic called Enroflox or something like that he gave her. So basically, I went to church, but we called him over. My wife went with him out here to the pasture. He gave her these shots. She has been acting a little bit low energy the last couple days, but I didn't think much of it because there hasn't been any sneezing or coughing or anything else like that. So I'm hoping that we acted fast enough. There she is over there on the other side of the stock tank. I'm going to go over there and just see how she's doing. I'm not too happy that she's just sitting down over there, but her head's up, so it's not like her head is off to the side or she's on her side or anything like that. So I think it's good that her head's up at least. But I really don't want to lose another calf. I really don't. Oh gosh, Daisy, I'm not feeding you right now. Okay. Let's go take a look at her here. Hey, how are you doing? Are you able to get up? Okay, so I think I'm going to try and help her get up really quick, just to see if she's able to stand up. But as you can see, she looks like she has, it looks like she has some energy. So what happened was, she was over here in this corner over here, kind of where those two gates meet right there on the other side. And so that's where they gave her the shots. And then when I came home, we both came outside. She didn't get up on her own. I picked her up, but she was able to walk all the way over here. And then we gave her grain right here. And then she also came over here and she was drinking. So I think that was a pretty good sign. So she was standing up actually for a while, and she was walking. So let's go ahead and let me see if I can just pick her up, get her on her feet. Give me just 1 second here. I'm gonna put the phone in my pocket, okay? So everybody, you're going in my pocket. Okay. All right. Okay, well, as you can see, she's walking okay. And she's going over there because I think she thinks I'm giving her grain. Hey, can you come over this way? Let's go over here where there's grass. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, okay, come on. Let's go over here. Let's go over this way. Well, everybody, she's walking. She's not skinny or anything, so, you know, it would seem that she's getting the food that she needs. So I don't think I'm worried about having to like deworm her right now, because that's another thing that we can do. Hey, you have hay all over your face. Hey. Yeah, look how much she's walking. She's walking just fine. Her eyes, I can't tell if they're sunken in a little bit. They may be. But look, she's just like standing here. She's not falling to the ground. Let's walk around a little bit. She likes to, all of them like to follow you around, as you can see. So let's walk. Let's do some walking. And I'll have to make sure not to trip on something. You guys, I really need for her to survive. I really do. I feel really bad about our last calf, that we didn't get her shots in time. We should have acted quicker, and hopefully with this calf we acted quick enough. Oh good, looks like she wants to eat some grass. It's good. It's a good sign that she has an appetite, you know, that we're not to the point where we have to like tube feed her or anything like that. I think that's really good. Of course, you always have an appetite, don't you? These guys just can't get enough grain. So I'm feeling kind of good right now about this. She's still up, walking around. I'm a little nervous that she like didn't get up on her own, but as you can see, she's able to stay up. Now we ordered our hay right there, right? That's our hay for the winter, and the type that I ordered, he I don't know if this is like pretty much all he had, but this is like, that's also prairie grass right there. But he said that it's like really good quality hay, and I tend to believe him because these guys have been eating it. Like, as you can see, it's like all over him and all over his face. So I think that probably says something, because usually you know, they'll go for like the green fresh stuff first. You know, so anyway, so we got their hay. We're feeding her creep pellets, which is 12% protein. That's what you start a calf off with, is 12% protein, and then you know, creep, or you work your way up to higher protein. So she's been eating that just fine. She's been getting plenty of water. And then, as you can see, like, you know, it's November and we still have really good grass out here in the pasture. So it's weird, because I swear that this time last year we didn't have this much grass. I don't think. There's like so much of it. There's so much, which is good, you know. At this rate, I probably could have waited another month maybe before ordering that hay, but at least this time we're prepared. Last year we weren't so much. It snowed, and then all of a sudden we were just like, oh crap, the cows can't get to the grass, which they kind of could. They were able to get to it, but we ordered our hay right away. But this year we are prepared. We're not going to have that issue. Daisy is peeing. So we're going to keep a close eye on her. I think we still have some electrolytes, which, you know, I don't think that's necessarily what she needs, but it probably wouldn't hurt, you know, just to make sure that she's hydrated. It's basically just this like powder that you can buy. Oh, this thing has been bugging me. I'm gonna throw this over to the other side. It's basically just this powder that you buy. You mix it in with their, like for her, we would put it in like a bottle, and bottle feed her. Water mixed in with electrolytes. Yeah, just see, look at that. Look at all the grass that there is to eat. Now, as these guys start to grow, okay, she's already an adult, this one right here, but obviously she is a calf. She's only a few months old. And then he is still, I think he's still considered a calf. Maybe not. But he is something like maybe 8 months old, I believe. So anyway, the point is, once they're all grown, this pasture may not be able to keep up with them. I don't have the luxury to where I can just like rotate our cattle onto different pieces of like different what do you call it, like different paddocks, like where basically like you let them into an area, they eat, they kind of eat down the pasture, then you move them on to another one and then let that pasture regrow. I don't think that I can really do that here because of like pasture, all we really have is an acre and a half, which I don't think is necessarily a problem. It's just that if we get to the point where they eat down the pasture and it's having a hard time keeping up with them, then we're probably going to have to, like, you know, on a regular basis order hay, which you know, obviously that's not ideal because it's just going to like add to the expense, and you want to try and get them grown as cheap as possible, right, and get your money's worth. But it still may be worth it, you know. These bales of hay, we got one over here for our cows, and then we have one that's back in the garden area that we're going to use for the garden, and these ones were $60 each, and I think it's going to take a while for them to go through it, based on what it was like last year. We had two completely different cows. We had a Holstein, and then we had a Angus Holstein cross, and anyway, they weren't able to get through that. See this right here, that pile of hay right there? They weren't able to get through it last year, and actually there was even more. It's just that it's gone down more since that winter, so they really didn't go through that. Like, they probably only ate probably not even half. Like, the chickens have been going at that, and then these guys have eaten some of it. So anyway, let's take a look at Vivian one more time. She has energy. She's eating grass. She has an appetite. She's been drinking water. had to pick her up. Well, I'm not even sure if I had to pick her up. Maybe she was just fine just laying there and she just didn't want to get up. So I guess I don't know if she's able to get up on her own, but I would assume so because she's walking around so much. Yeah, and just look at her go. I'm gonna say that we probably got this done in time, giving her those shots. I'm feeling pretty good about this. But if you don't mind, keep us in your prayers. Pray that she does okay, that she survives. I kind of think that she will. I'm gonna try and show you the Christmas lights, but it still doesn't really show up that well on the camera, but you can kind of see them starting to come on around the pasture along the white fence, sorta. There's some that are on over here. Again, the color is not showing up very well on my screen, but we have red right there, and then green, and then after that is white. So it goes white, red, green, white, red. So, okay, I guess you can kind of see it. Sam Lee, one of my subscribers, wanted to see it. Just the thing is, I can't really show the whole property when it's like all like really lit up. They're starting to come on. These are solar lights, so I don't turn them on manually. They just come on as it starts to get dark, and they all kind of come on at different times. I guess you can kind of see these ones over here, and then over here. I need to go over here and do their water. I like to make sure it's always completely full. So you can kind of see it there, right? The lights. Okay, let's go over here. Let's do the water. I know it looks full, but can still put some more in it. The thing is that Vivian is still small, so she like barely is able to get up here. All right, that's good. She can also drink out of here. This is the water for the chickens, but if she needs to, she can drink out of that. And it looks like we need to put some water in that second pan. So maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Let's look at Vivian again. Yeah, she's still up and grazing. So that's good. That's really good. All right, go over here. Now, we used to have a hose. Oh, hi Milo. Are you in with the chickens? We used to have a hose, but now we're just using this bucket. Because now we don't have that pool for the ducks. We don't need to do that anymore. So now I just take a bucket, and this is the water for the chickens. And let me say, this is easier, and it just makes it look nicer out here, so we don't have this hose that's always hooked up. Right, hanging up right there. Let's kind of fill this up again. You gonna come get a drink? Daisy, stop. As I'm doing it, like she's putting her head on my back and on my neck. You crazy cows. Sorry, I'm not giving you any more grain tonight. You already had it for today. You're not going to find anything in there, Daisy. All the chickens are in for the night. Let's go take a look at them really quick. Sorry, it's going to be dark for a second. No, Daisy. You can't come in here. Okay, let's find the light. Sorry. There we go. Yep, everybody is in for the night. We need to be better about getting those eggs. But there's some eggs. It's so funny because like all the chickens, they have their spot that they like to be in every night. So these two dark ones right here, these are dark Cornish, or yeah, that's the breed, dark Cornishes. And then we have her. So these are the three. They're always over on this side. So I guess they like their space. This one right here is a sapphire gem. And then these guys, they're always right here as well. Well, actually, this type right here, we have a few of them, and sometimes they go between here and then over here on the roosting bars. You can see a couple over here. That's one of our Americanas. This is the type that lays the blue eggs. I can't remember what this one is. I think it's a black sex link, I want to say. Over here we got a Rhode Island Red. Oh, and this is the first. They're starting to lay eggs up there. What we need to do is, there's some down there as well. What we need to do is put some hay in these nesting boxes, because like, you know, they do really good laying eggs over in those nesting boxes, but somehow all the hay got out of these two. Maybe that's what we need to do tomorrow. Put some of our focus on this chicken coop. Now their food is in here. It used to be outside over there, but we brought it in so that the cows don't get into it. And what we're doing is we're trying to... Hi, Milo. We're trying to measure it out so that it's not just like always full and they're just eating everything that they want to out of that. So what we're doing right now is just 1 scoop a day, and that seems to work. That seems to be working. They're all good, healthy, happy, fat chickens. Every single one of them. This guy right here, this is our alpha. His name is Ryan. He's a brown leghorn. And you can tell he's in charge because he's always the one that's always right in that spot. Top center of these roosting bars that we have. So he's the king. He's the king of the chickens. And then there's another rooster right here, but as you can see, he doesn't quite have that honor. We also have Toasty right here. This is his breed is called Silky. He's a silky chicken. And he's kind of a eunuch. He doesn't really get with the ladies because frankly, I don't think that they really like him that much. He's not as manly as Ryan or our other roosters. So he just kind of like sticks to himself as far as like getting with girls. But we like him. We got him because my girls want it. They love silkies, and but we don't have any silky hens. Maybe we will someday. And then here's another one of our roosters. I think he has a name. I can't remember. I think his name is Al. My girls are mainly the ones that give all the animals their names, so I'm not always aware of what their names are. So we have these 3 roosters, which is probably one too many. You should have like one rooster per 10 hens generally, just as a rule of thumb. But they don't fight. Like it seems like everything's okay, so I don't know. We might end up processing one of them for meat. All right, let's go out now. I'm gonna end this video. Sorry, it's probably too long for a lot of people, but I think it's kind of fun. Come out here, maybe we can get a better look at the lights. It's getting all just darker by the second. Oh, geez. Okay, close it up. Oh yeah, I guess you can kind of see the lights, right? You can see like the colors, sort of. Again, I'm looking on the screen and I'm looking with my own eyes at the lights, and they don't look as good on the screen. They have a different tint to them. But all right, let's go check one more time. Let's check one more time on Vivian. Make sure she's doing good, and then I'll wrap this up. Hope you guys enjoy this content. I like to add in some of the homesteading stuff just to kind of mix things up a little bit. I know that when I watch my favorite YouTubers, I like to kind of get to know their life a little bit, you know, just make them a little bit more human. And I don't like it when things get stale. Of course, like, you know, I guess my channel will get kind of stale as well over time, just doing the same things, but I don't know. This is my way to kind of make it just a little bit different. And it seems like there's some people that enjoy looking at the animals, looking at the garden. Hey, Vivian. Well, she is still up and eating, which makes me really happy. There's our Jersey bull, Jack. Daisy looks like she's slowly on her way. And Vivian looks like she's doing just fine. So I guess we'll see how things are tomorrow. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on her. But I'm feeling a lot better right now than I did earlier today. All right, guys. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video. If you liked it, hit the notification bell. Leave your comments if you have any thoughts, any questions, just anything that you'd like to say, and I'll talk to you guys later.